Hey guys, it's Shira here. Long time no see. As you can probably tell, a lot of closed community and paid access games have recently been either released or anticipated for, such as Onikiri by Marco, Bleach Ultimate by Snake, Veeds by Prime Zest, Blox Wars by Par, and Deepwoken by Ragusa. I think I'm missing a few, but these are all pretty highly anticipated and promising games. Onikiri just recently released, and I believe that even though there are still quite a few bugs, I think the game will be in great shape once the community suggestions have been implemented into the game properly. But on to my main point. I'm excited for all of these games, but especially for a particular few, including Deepwoken. I think Deepwoken will definitely become one of the most popular and successful games of 2020, based on many different factors, which I will discuss, along with some other interesting information. Let's start with a little history. When Rogue first started as a closed community game, it was extremely fun in its own unique way from paid access, due to many differences, including the fact that testers were required to only use one server, as trinkets and such did not despawn from server hopping back then, within a radius of them, and creating new servers were punishable. Lore characters were more prevalent and impactful in the fact that a closed community game allows for more of a roleplay aspect. Information was kept hidden within the inner circles of the tester community, and it was a battle of which testers could gain more information to become more powerful. It was what testers thought the game was meant to be played, until paid access arrived. Rogue going into paid access was probably the best decision that could have happened. As fun as the closed community was, it would have inevitably died if there were not for the sudden surge of players from paid access, along with how much differently the game was played from then on. One server restriction turned into massive multiple safe servers, or invading other servers. The house system became more significant, with large houses becoming notorious, and players loved the style and adventure the game brought. It really showed that Rogue was a game that could transition from a closed community game into a paid access game. And I think all the devs will put in all the information they've gained from Rogue to good use while creating Deepwoken, knowing what to do and what to expand on, what to exclude or include, and so on, especially after building up such a player base. I actually did a little research myself, which just equates to me going into Rogue chat and convo searching anything Rag said about Deepwoken, and I pulled up a lot of interesting information that was provided. To summarize, there will be SCC, but Rag stated that aside from the typical testers, anyone in the Discord apparently has a chance of getting into the closed community. Apparently it's going to be 400 Robux, which I think is fair for reducing exploiters, and worth for how highly promising the game is. It will be a separate game, so you don't get it for free if you bought Rogue. Rag also stated some very interesting facts about the game systems itself, stating that the current life system in Rogue will probably not be a thing, and the ratio of PvP to PvE in Deepwoken will be about 55 to 45. He also said that the current alignment system will also probably not be in Deepwoken, arguing that killing someone to defend yourself from an attacker is not necessarily corrupt, which I think is fair. Rag's post made him seem fully aware of how much Rogue is PvP centered currently, and wishes to create a new world where it's more explorable and having more secrets to discover, rather than simply fighting players. Days survived will not be a thing, too. The progression overall will be much different from Rogue, and the combat will be more difficult in that it will be easier to die if you aren't good at combat. So it won't be a K for Deepwoken, meaning it won't all be centered around one world. There is a media ban for the closed community for Deepwoken, and I had to be pretty careful about what I said in this video, but this is all stuff that Ragusa said in Player General, so I'm pretty sure it's fine. There won't be a mana system in Deepwoken, and The moderation system will apparently be much easier. There's a new movement system, and the map is said to be way bigger than the cave map. It will be permadeath, but probably not the same way as Rogue. There will be races still. There will be more weapons and more complex systems in Rogue. He really seems to just want to create a better system that Rogue players will enjoy. Not pick up easily just because they are veteran players from Rogue. I'm sure it will be a very interesting experience, and I'm very excited. If you want the source for any of the information I said, it's all in Player General. I just summarized it for you. Have a good day.